www.drealfmgrenada.com. Real Expressions.
This morning, pass by the home. All those who are dwelling with them, guide them and protect them. Provide for them if they will be so pleased. Bring the entire force, Lord. Remember them, Lord. We thanking you for health and for strength and for life and for obedience. This our blessed Lord. My God and my King, the SSU I bring before you. Pass by every camp. Remember each and every one of them. St. Patrick Police Station I bring before you. Remember each and every one in the station. Father, bind them together like one bundle of stick that cannot be broken. You are the rock in the weary land. You are the one who could shelter each and every one in the time of storm. This our Lord. Father, the sick and afflicted one, those that cannot help themselves, Lord. Those here and those there, Lord. Reach out and touch them. Remember Curriculum, remember Petit Matnicolan. Not forgetting St. Vincent, Lord. I bring Mr. Andre before you this morning, Lord. Thanking you for that son, if thou be so pleased. For faith and courage, Lord, health and strength. And the most important thing is the breath you breathe unto him. Take him in charge, if thou be so pleased. The whom you learn unto him. Guide it and protect it. Leave no veins with it and could enter this our Lord. Remember the offspring of the body. I bring them before you. For all those who are dwelling with them, reach out and touch each and every one of them this morning. Father God, you know everything. The will is in your hand. You know him better than I do. Remember Brendan this morning, blessed Lord. Remember that son, if thou be so pleased. Pass by home this hour, each and every one of them are dwelling in that home. Remember all the other staff. Remember Miss Charles this morning. Each and every one of them, I cannot name them one by one. But Master, you are acquainted to all your children. Remember them, Lord. Pass by the radio station. Keep it in the act of safety. Leave no winds wasted and could enter, Lord. For I remember all those workers here and everywhere. My God and my King, in order name. But only in your name, Jesus, as you taught disciples to say, our Father which art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us the days our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil, for thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank
Amen.
You,
Amen.
Good morning.
Morning. I well day quick to see how I did this one. I don't get trapped again like yesterday.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Every day it can happen.
Can happen every day.
No. So everything?
For the time being, I'm okay.
Okay.
All right, you good?
I have to see for you to chat.
Okay. We'll talk.
All right. Okay,
then.
bye.
Is it an emergency?
No, man. Something you make me sick with, man.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I make you sick? That's not good.
Yeah, there's no... don't worry, it's not bad thing, but...
No. I think I know what you're talking about.
That's right. I think one thing...
Hold on. Let me what are you talking about, Nabella?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. She was the one who made the choice. So I can't make you sick. Yeah. She just moved on. Come on, you have to understand, yeah? That people, not everybody say the same way all the time, right?
It's true.
People are going to move on. You had other people who were working here before her.
Yes.
And this is not her first time working here. This is like her second time working here. So if she would have found something that she believes is better, then it's good.
Yeah, but I mean, I used to go down real.
Yeah.
That is what thing me.
But let me tell you something. Understand this. Know this and none. Take up your Bible. And when you start to read your Bible, you realize that Jesus Christ and Lucifer was brothers.
True.
And they had to go their separate ways. If we believe in the Bible.
Yes, I know that.
So nobody is joined.
When you lay your confidence on somebody.
It is life. We are not joined at the hip, so we always have to be together. No, we are not joined at the hip. It is life, and life will continue.
True, yes, and we know.
You understand? What she has gone on to do, whatever she has gone on to do, will be, I trust, good for her, and it will work out good for her. And that's all I can do. Wish her all the best.
I say, well, you know, I say maybe last time I said she didn't well, she had what. So I say she don't well, she there. In she home, I don't is when the other day I hear you say, some two-person call and ask for, and then I hear say, bonjour.
Don't worry. Let me tell you something, yeah? when I started to have a girlfriend, the first one I had, I don't have it in. I don't have, she's not around. The very, very first one I had, not around. I don't even know where she is.
No.
Do you understand?
Yeah, that is life.
So, now you're talking my kind of language.
I don't say I see them and I say people just make one child. And you say you don't make him more. You're holding on to your one. And sometimes God day and God say you make one. You don't make it more, you okay. God take the one. Because I know a lady in Shantimir, she died now. She had 2 daughters. Well, one more obedient, so that is the one not more obedient, the one she dying for. Everything is that one. And when the accident with Jojo in Cookland, like the first one are dead, you know.
All right, there you go. So so life teaches you different things.
Yes, you know how to sit down and how to think back. How to think back.
So you don't have to worry. You never know. You may crossroads with her again, but I don't know what she's getting involved with.
But I like her.
Yeah.
Yes, I like her.
Well, if I didn't like her, then she wouldn't have been here.
No,
So I mean, we all share that. But
spirit the taker,
yeah.
just as if a child like a make. And I say 2 days before, our boss we travel on same bus. She tell me she going in town. I said, when I hear that as man, I don't want to tell that one, he take me. Few nights having headache.
don't worry about that, Kenro. Come on, you know better than that.
But then when I sit down and I think back, I say, things don't remain one way.
That's important.
Yeah, things don't
That's
remain
important to realize.
Things don't remain one way.
Things don't remain one way.
No.
It is life, and life will continue to change, and different things will continue to happen as we go along.
I don't know for you, but I have confidence in her. No matter she don't dwell with me, but I have confidence in her. So I know you had confidence in her too. If I as a stranger, just a friend. So I know you had confidence in her too, and then just, but all that is life, man. All that is life. You buy in a vehicle, you put it on the road, you pay how much for it. Sometimes 2 days you work, the next 2 days you have to buy parts more than half the money you buy.
Thank you very much, Kenyo. Thank you. You understand me now.
Life
goes on.
Yes.
Life goes on. Bye-bye.
All right.
Take care, darling.
Okay,
Great.
yeah.
Bye-bye. Real FM. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning. How you doing? Drumsticks.
Yeah, good morning.
I say.
I'm there.
How you doing?
Good.
Great. Talk to me.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. A reading from the Word of God, Psalm 29. Give unto the Lord, O ye mighty. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due to his name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. The voice of the Lord is upon the waters. The God of the glory thundereth. The Lord is upon many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you ever so much. Everything good?
Yes, for the time.
Great. Nice to hear you.
Yep.
Drumsticks today?
No. And I told you to turn around my cook on a Thursday.
You don't cook on a Thursday?
No. Just
So-
make some porridge and make a little bakes and whatever.
So what's for lunch?
Well, after we eat one food that I was cooking on, I doesn't cook 3 and 4 and 5 food, When we take breakfast this morning, I go wherever I have to go and I cook before I go and make a pot of porridge, I put it there, I make a bakes, a roast bakes, and if I fry 2 egg or whatever, I get
I hear you.
salami or lunch and meat, whatever, and I go,
A boss in all part in that house.
No, one food I was cook every day. I don't cook country food. I cook an hour. I know everybody coming home, they go eat.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, my darling, take care.
Okay, then.
Have a wonderful day.
Same to you.
Good. 15 minutes, and that is after the 7 o'clock hour. Grenada, good morning. Caribbean, good morning. The world, what's up? How you doing, Carol? And good morning, Ambassador Yolan Smith. Nice. You checking in. And there's something that you guys don't know, or you guys may have realized, and I believe I explained it before, but let me explain it again. Where you may come on to our live, and if you don't say good morning on the live, I will not necessarily see it. If you're just there viewing, I will not see you being there. So you might figure, okay, fine, look, I'm viewing every day and Andre doesn't even call me. I wouldn't know you there based on where I'm viewing from. I'm viewing in what is called the back end. So I wouldn't know that you're there. All right? You just have to send me a message saying hi, good morning, good afternoon, whatever. Or anybody who's here, you need to send a hi and hello. Once they go in live, you need to say that hi and hello to them. And they will know that, okay, fine. Like I know Yvonne John Roberts is listening right now. So it's Tamika Moses. Good morning, Tamika. Tamika, where are you located? And Yvonne, where are you located? Let me find out who you guys are located. Let me shout out your villages. Stephen. Is it Stephen? Yeah, Stephen's the guy on the boat. Yeah. Good morning, Stephen. I hope that you're listening this morning. Here's hoping that you will have a wonderful, can I say wonderful, fantastic? Or is that redundancy? Oh no, wonderful, fantastic day.
Happiness. You got to leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You got to be careful.
Spot On, a new program with new perspectives every Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on the Realest of the Real, Real 91.9 and 91.5 FM. Real talk, real people, real issues in real time. With your host, Sheldon Scott.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Greens Concept introduces the latest innovation in air conditioning technology in Grenada, providing the most energy efficient, environmentally friendly air conditioning units in Grenada. Using a natural refrigerant, our air conditioning unit systems are up to 40% more energy efficient than the current units used in the Grenadian market. Powerful cooling while using less electricity and very inexpensive. That means more money in your pocket. We offer free delivery to all locations of installation and installed by top quality trained professional engineers with over 20 years experience in the business. Contact Greens Concept 417-5460 or 442-1663. Email greensconcept@gmail.com. At Greens Concept, we cool you and the planet.
Greens Concepts announces special prices on 18,000 and 24,000 BTU units. You have been saving on power, now save on prices. Call us today.
Hey, I am Corporal 85 Grant, attached to CRD Eastern Division, reminding you that incest and all other sexual violence is a crime.
I say no make them take advantage of you.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Tick, tock, toe. I win.
Feel like a big kid again when you play NLA's new scratch game, Tic-Tac-Toe. It's instant cash on the go. Reveal 3 X's or 3 O's in the same row, column or diagonally, and win the prizes shown, or as much as $5,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play. Tic-Tac-Toe, please.
Give me a tic-tac-toe, please.
Tic-Tac-Toe, please.
A message from Grenlec.
Do you know that Grenlec provides a usage history table on your electricity bill to help you track your usage history pattern? Monitoring this table will help you manage your consumption.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada. Call us at 237 or visit grenlec.com.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. I say we have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. When you're moving, which direction you're going, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk. Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you gotta leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. With what you do and how you're doing it. If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. The cleanliness in life is gone. It's only vice and corruption that's going on.
Well, you're probably wondering what was wrong with me. I was trying to find the guy at the Met office. Yeah, he was just like running around the... No, I'm lying. Really, I was just having a conversation with him. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning to you, Andrew. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing better. After having that conversation with you, I'm really doing better.
Okay, wow.
And I like the fact that, you're critical of the media, of things that we do. And I take it in stride. I really take it in stride. I respect that. It means that people are listening and people want more. Do you understand? That's what it is. When I hear you say what you say, I'm like, okay, fine. People are listening. People want more. They want more than the weather. Tim, when you have the weather, please.
Okay, Andrew. Well, let me say a pleasant good morning to your listeners. Hope everyone had a good night and ready for another productive day. Weather conditions down here at Point Salines and most parts of Grenada and the Eastern Caribbean are fair. Winds are easterly at 10 miles an hour. Barometric pressure is 13.4 millibars. Now, that's just above normal. Remember, normal is 13.2. Current temperature 27.5 Celsius. Relative humidity 83%. Yesterday, we had a scorching day. Maximum temperature was 32.6 Celsius. Last night, minimum was 25.9 Celsius. At Point Salines, we had 7.7 millimeters of rainfall yesterday, bringing the total for the month thus far to 24.3 Celsius. Sorry, 24.3 millimeters. Let's look at the public forecast. And this is valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and the Petit Martinique. We can expect conditions to be partly cloudy today, but becoming cloudy tonight with some light to moderate early morning showers. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 5 feet in open waters. Tides are currently falling, so low tide will be at 10 minutes past 11 this morning. High tide will be this evening at 7:16. Maximum temperature today shall get up to around 31.5 Celsius. We'll have sunset this evening at 6:30. Sunrise tomorrow will be 5:57. So before I go, just let me repeat the public forecast. Remember, though it's valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Conditions are expected to be partly cloudy today, but becoming cloudy tonight with light to moderate early morning showers. So, Andre, that's all from me. So back to you.
Let me ask you a question quickly. If one of these mornings you say, okay, Andre, that's it, back to you, and you don't hear anything, what would you do?
Well, I'll just say hello to make sure you're there. If I hear nothing again, then I just hang up.
But no, Tim.
Because I don't want to. I don't want to keep your radio. I don't want to have dead. How do you call it? Dead air type.
Well, if you hang up, then there is dead air, because the mere fact that I didn't say anything means I'm not there. So if you hang up, now you creating dead air. What you should do is just continue talking about weather things.
Oh.
Because if you hang up, then it's dead air. So just continue talking about things weather oriented. And then somebody realized, well, hold on, something is wrong. How come Tamer is just talking weather oriented things?
But as part of the teamwork, you are supposed to be there when I say it's back to you.
Well, I'm supposed to be.
So do whatever it takes to be there.
To be there. Tamer, goodbye.
All the best, man.
Take care, my brother. One love. Great.
When you think of Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, what comes to mind? A reliable financial institution that has stood the test of time. Maybe you think about the convenience and quality financial service they provide. Do you think about their readiness to help you retire, achieve your academic goals, build your dream home, buy the piece of land, or the elegant car? Or maybe the convenience of their different locations, Jubilee Street in Grenville, or the new outlet on Lucas Street in St. George's in the Derek Sylvester building. Maybe you always consider how they're always a phone call away, 442-8602 or 438-4228. They're also online, www.grenvillecreditunion.com. No matter what comes to mind, remember, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is the best place to save and to borrow, working with you to make your brighter tomorrow.
There comes a time in every household when a loved one passes on, and we all need the support and guidance of a trusted friend. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home has been your dedicated friend. And now, for your convenience and added financial ease, we introduce specially designed complete funeral packages from as low as $5,500. Same professional quality services, but now greater choices at the lowest possible prices. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Conditions apply. Serving you from locations in St. George's, Grenville, and Carriacou. Call us at 440-2302 any time of day. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home, continuing a tradition of excellence.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made.
Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726.
Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
The general public is hereby invited to the 34th Annual General Meeting of the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union Limited under the theme Responding to Uncertainties, Financial Prudence, Caring for Members and Innovation on Thursday, August 12th, 2021 at the Deluxe Cinema Grenville starting at 3 p.m. Please know that all relevant COVID-19 protocols will be adhered to, including social distancing, wearing of masks, sanitizing and recording of contact tracing information upon entry. Further to this, all our offices will be closed at 12 noon on Thursday, 12th August in order to facilitate the hosting of our 34th AGM. Please be guided accordingly.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Dr. Chaitan again, international social skill consultant, reminding you that we should stop every form of sexual violence here in the beautiful island of Grenada.
And me say no make them take advantage of you.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WORLD. How you doing this morning, friends? Nice to see you this morning. Yeah, I am doing really good. Well, I'm doing better because I just got a message from my nephew, and the message, he said, "Good morning, brother." Because he's like a little brother. I'm like his big brother. That's how we grew up. In the same house? Yeah, we grew up in the same house. Yeah, so I was like big brother, even if he was my nephew. I don't even remember him being nephew anyway. But I saw "Good morning, brother," so I says morning, and then he says, "You better be careful," which tells me that you're listening. What's up, bro? How you doing? Nice to know that you're listening. Now I have to be on my P's and Q's because I know you're a big critic. Terrible. Nonetheless, well, this morning, it was this morning that I realized that I was not going to have my good friend JD with me this morning. And that was because JD had some other things to do. And I was like, wow, Andre, you're thrown into the fire. Let me see what's going to happen to you. Can you find enough water to cool yourself in that? And then my other brethren just came through. Not a day without the struggle. Morning, BJ.
Morning, Andrew.
How you doing, man?
Fine, thanks.
Nice
to the listening public.
Nice to have you.
It's always good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Energized as always.
How's everybody? How the dogs? My dogs, the two
Dogs
Rottweilers.
very, very well.
Pups yet? No?
No.
What you waiting on?
I will give you one as a surprise, so you don't worry.
But have you bred them as yet? Not yet?
Not yet.
What are you waiting on?
Andre, you need to have them totally mature first before you do that.
So you mean those big dogs aren't matured as yet?
No, Andre, they're still, young.
Are you crazy?
Nope.
Those huge monsters you have there?
Yeah, still need to get them up a little more before we make puppies.
Wow. Interesting.
But you will get one, don't worry.
I get one?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. Oh. Male, female, male, female. Male, female.
Probably wouldn't want to give you a female.
You wouldn't want to give me a female?
I would want to give you one.
Why?
Yeah, because they sort of make young ones fairly fast. If you want them to make young ones fast, you just push them. Then you can have the breed to pass around if you want to.
Yeah, but that means I'd have to go get one to breed it
just
somewhere.
Have one right up the street there, the gas station. The guy does the chicken and stuff. He has a nice one.
Oh yes, Vibes.
Yeah, Vibes.
Oh, it's a male he has there?
He has male and female.
Male and female. Okay. So it's just about dropping it off and picking it up at another time. I mean, it'd be nice. I mean, I believe I've been reading up on them. Yeah, ever since we spoke about them, I've been reading up on them. And friends, yes, this is agriculture. This is about animals breeding and having available for people. And they are very nice dogs.
Very.
The important thing is to treat them well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very loving and very fierce.
BJ, Atlanta wants to know if you know that I'm scared of dogs. Of course I'm scared of dogs. But if I have a dog, I'm not going to be scared of my dog. It means if I have a dog, I am going to be able to control him or her. To say, sit, and not have to shout out, go back or whatever. Just say, hey, no, go back. I should be able to talk to you and you know exactly, well, I treat you right, so you do as I say.
Those dogs are famous for defending their masters. They naturally does it. You don't have to train them to do it. They will come sit by you, and then nobody just couldn't come deal with you like that.
Okay, well now I looking for a fight. Now I looking for a fight. No, Bartley, good morning.
That's enough for dogs.
That's enough for dogs. Bartley, good morning. I need to talk to you about something, my brother. So what I will do immediately as I finish the program this morning, I will give you a call. All right. So look out for that call from me, Bartley. BJ, I was speaking to a farmer. As a matter of fact, let me put it this way. Double L, you know Double L, right?
Very well.
Double L is one of the youngsters who really and truly I'm fascinated by what he does. BJ. Knowingly he was, because I trained him in relation to broadcasting. And then he went on from me, he went on to Boss FM, and then he had a stint at Power FM. And then one time I met him and I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? And he's like, Dre, I'm not in the radio anymore. I give that a break. So I'm like, okay, what's up? He says, I'm into agriculture now. I'm like, okay. He says, so I do poultry because I got some eggs. I sell eggs. He said, matter of fact, in the car right there now, when I'm finished talking to you, I'm going to bring you a tray of eggs. I said, well, Bridget, I ain't got no money. He said, Dre, I'm giving you a tray of eggs. He said, next time you will buy. So nice. It was nice. It was nice. Interaction. And I kept seeing him, selling stuff. And then about 2 weeks ago was the first time I saw him really planting. He was doing a patch of potatoes right close after, on the right-hand side of the road, immediately before the roundabout. in planes. You see that
I
patch
see
of
that nice.
potato?
Look really nice.
I am really glad you said that, BJ. It looks really, really nice. A patch of potatoes put down there, and that was Double L. And I saw him in the sun, really laboring with that. And it made me even more proud of him. So I saw him the other day and I said, boy, I see the potatoes. I see you put it. He said, yeah, Trey, don't worry. Once the potatoes ready, you. I said, no. He said, what happened? You don't want? I said, yeah, I like potatoes, but I feel like I want to tiff it. He said, Dre, if you tiff it, you're dead. But no, and I made it a point, BJ, to congratulate this young gentleman. Because not every time a person makes a move from another job that is, okay, fine, you're in air condition, you're back in straining, you're in worried about the sun, your fingernails nice and clean, and it ain't all crack up and everything like that. And you've made that switch to go into agriculture. It's not every time somebody does that, is it?
Nope.
Talk to me about that.
Andrew, you ever like what you do? Or else you're just laboring through life. You're struggling through life. If you get up every day and you don't like what you do, you're basically a slave to your own self. I couldn't dress up nice and go and lock myself in a room for 8 hours, every day and do somebody else's work. Nobody can pay me for that. Nobody can pay me for that. If I do that, it's like a service. You have to like what you do. For some people, even when they retire, they still put on the work clothes and go on the job because they just get used to the program and the routine and the ritual. You understand? Agriculture is something you have to basically get people to like. People have the drive and the feel for it, but the real likeness, the love for it, Andre, it's a different thing. You realize some people get into it and they meet some hard time and, they can't bother with it again. And in some cases, it doesn't make even economic sense. For something to be sustainable, Andre, you have to be good for people.
Okay. Because Double L is a young man. Speak to what he has done, how that will seek to energize or could seek to energize other young people to do same.
Well, Andre, in some country, I have a friend in Trinidad. He was a young man who making, quite a bit of money in one of the banks. Another friend, he used to be working with one insurance company too. They both in Trinidad. They live there. And they both left the work and get into agriculture. And they say, something, PJ, we don't regret what we have done, none at all. Because you see, there is, there are opportunity, there were, avenue to make money. So they jump on it. Andre, if you want to seriously make money, don't follow. Set the trend. Lead. If you're following, you're picking up crumbs. What somebody else left behind.
Okay. That is a very deep statement, BJ.
Yes.
Do not. No, it's
don't follow.
Don't follow. Don't follow. You have to set the trend.
Yeah.
Because if you don't set the trend ain't gonna set you. You just be a statistic. You just following. You just whatever.
Just two in the line.
This is so very. Oh my gosh! I love that. Don't follow, because if you follow, you're picking up crumbs.
Yes.
Crumbs alone you can pick up. You have to beat your own path.
And sometimes plenty, and sometimes a lot of people picking up the same crumbs.
But again, I want to congratulate Double L on what he's doing. And I the only thing I can do here is say to young people, take a page out of his book.
Yeah.
Because
and I look at this potato and it looked really nice. And I thought it planted in different phases too, because I've seen some catch up like,
I think
growing
he
faster than the
right,
others.
yeah.
And I thought that was a sensible thing to do. So it doesn't have to harvest the field at one given time. You can harvest over an extended period. And I thought this person did a wonderful job.
Yeah, that's double L. And he also said to me the other day, but I don't know, he didn't tell me where that one is because I told him I go to it anyway. I got a plan. I just want to steal something from double L because my partner, so I can say what me that if that watermelon you leave right there, me that take it, But then he said to me that in a couple of weeks he'll be having watermelons on the market. And I feel so happy for the brother BJ that I had to mention him this morning. I had to talk about him and had to let people know that, hey, you can do it through agriculture.
Well, he and a lot of young farmers, Andre. We mentioned him because we're singling him out, that's all right, because he's just around the corner there. But a lot of young farmers in this country deserve recognition. And just want to say this morning that I know it's tedious work, I know it's hard work, but, you have to stick to what you really believe. If you want to farm and you don't have no patience, don't farm. If you want to farm and you want to be successful all the time, don't farm.
Don't farm.
Don't farm.
I'm taking in that. Because I believe I really want to do some agriculture, BJ, but you kind of doing some, you're painting a bleak picture.
No, I'm giving you the reality. And it's like life, read your Bible and stuff like that. You have time of plenty and time when the thing wouldn't produce so much and whatever. Not now the world like that. It's a cycle. It's just a growing in a circle. You have time. The other day I want to be on this program here, and you and JD was saying, we plant some potatoes and stuff, and it didn't do so well.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, and there are times you plant the same area, and it does very, very well. Well, this will continue to happen from time to time, and you need not worry. Sometimes God just saving your life. Chances are if you behave very well and you make some money, you might go and bling it out and lose your life. So.
No, please. Oh, please. Come on.
But anyway, it happens, Andrew. So if you want to always be successful and you always want to... No. Life don't really go like that.
Doesn't work that way.
Life don't really go like that. Life itself. You have time of plenty and time of scarcity. You have, time for being bountiful and time for, scarcity. It happens.
Do you believe that there's and I'm zeroing in on the whole Shambo area, right? I know that they're bringing in water. I don't know how far the project has gotten as yet. Can't seem to find anybody who can give me an update on as relates to how. I know they did dig some. What did they dig?
Some pond, I think.
Some
I've
ponds.
really not been to that area. But
Right. I heard that ponds were dug. I heard that they were bringing the pipes were getting closer, and if they've not gotten theirs yet, I think they should be there by now, meaning the pipes. I don't know if the pump is in place. I need to talk to Stan Phillip.
Yeah, he told me he was part of that.
Yeah, he's part of that project. I probably need to do something, reach out to Stan and see if we can find out if that pump is on island and if they've put it in as yet. But do you think with all of that, BJ, that they need to sit down and realize we need to do agriculture different in the Shambo area and not everybody planting the same thing all the time?
Well, Andre, I for one believe in systems and structures. If you don't know where you're going, any road taking you there. I believe in planning, okay? And with all these bright, intelligent people that we have in the ministry and, access to government, I cannot see why an area like that can be the main food basket for certain food and vegetables, certain fruits too. I can see why we can have some project manager who is responsible for seeing this thing through and who on this project every single day ensuring that the systems and structures are in place so you can achieve your objective. Without that, you're just wasting time. Things like that might work in Africa, not in Grenada, without you putting in the right systems and structures in place. And you look at La Poterie. Just before you enter La Poterie, after you pass the River Antoine by the bridge there, you notice that there's a blue building there with a massive pump inside
there.
of it.
Yeah, there's a pump there.
Set up by MAREP, I think, and to service all the farmers in that area, La Poterie area. The lines were run, large sum of money was spent there. And
fell through.
The pump is still there, must be probably hold up for one solid night or something like that. So the lines are all broken up and nobody can be bothered.
But then again, BJ, between me and you, I mean, when I looked at the person, I thought it was an individual that was putting the pump there.
No.
And I said to myself, but hold on. The river course is right there, BJ. And if that river comes raging, it is going to wash inside. It might not go with the building. It might not go with the pump, but it can flood the pump.
It's quite possible.
Which is going to cause you a bit of a bother. So I would have thought that it would have used a different location for the pump. I didn't even know that it was MAREP.
Yeah.
Then MAREP should be charged.
Andre, that's the point I'm making. When you're doing sustainable development, you have to take all kind of things into consideration. You have to take the environment, you have to take the people, you have to take it's not just like that. You don't sit down and get up and go and do something. You might connect, but generally you don't, because you're just guessing.
Yeah. You can't be
You need
like,
to have a plan, Andre, and execute accordingly.
you can't behave like Chris Gale and figure that every time
Every
you
time
go
you
out,
go,
it's not going to happen.
Especially when you're getting older.
Especially. But no, I really think that, maybe there needs to be an audit into programs, BG, that MAREP would have instituted so as to evaluate their success rate.
Well, Andre, most of these programs that they involve in, they did some roads. I think that was okay. Some of the programs, they fall apart because they are sort of a social programs. And a lot of things that would work in other countries wouldn't work in Grenada. We have a unique culture, a unique real life, a unique set of people. We solve problems by making issue, by reacting. We wait till things happen and we try to correct it after. We have that kind of problem. Even the indications are quite clear that it's going to happen before, we wait till it happens and then we try to solve it. This is the problem with most projects and stuff like that. Because there isn't any checks and balance and control and monitoring, things will fall apart before people recognize what it is going on. Well, it shouldn't be like that. There should be monitoring and checks and control and balances all along the way.
Yeah, well, MAREP, it's no longer MAREP, is it? It's SIEP now. It's one of the EPs. It went from GREP to MAREP now to SIEP. Well, I just hope that they're doing well. That's all I can do. Hope that they're doing well. Hope that things are happening.
Andre, want to see some projects take off in the country? Like you see the chicken farm that we have in Montrose. Want to see that flashy and start producing and become, efficient. A lot of money is being spent there. Want to see projects, all right, take off and become sustainable, become formidable, all right, where they are so consolidated that they become basically example for other people to follow. You see, like our Belmont Estate would have their own little chocolate factory and growing their own
and doing their own cheese and everything.
Doing their own good cheese and doing those kind of things. We need to take that to another level. We need to notch it up a bit so we can have, niche market outside internationally and regionally that we can tap into, because it's all well and good producing things. If you cannot sell it, it doesn't make no sense. And we need not even bother about selling it too much internally, because I'm convinced there are a lot of foods in Grenada that are being wasted because we have too much food.
We have too much food?
Yeah, we have too much food, Andre, for the people that live inside here. We waste a lot of things. That's why we are so wasteful. In countries that don't have food, enough food, there, you don't have all this wastage. We dump the most things, man.
Explain that.
Andre,
Yeah.
even when we cook, the food that left over, we can be bad. Sometimes we dump that in the bin. Some countries you can afford to do that. We cook and we say we get pineapple, and we might eat the central part of the pineapple and the skin and thing. We can be bad. Some people make the jam and the juice and everything out of the barley 3-4 times to make sure that they can, get everything out of it. Things like that. Things like with guava and with mangoes and with breadfruit and those kind of things. The last time I had a friend walking around with me from South Africa, and we were in plains, and she saw quite a bit of mango underneath the tree, and I said, wait, hang on, we don't bother, we don't suck those kind of mango. And she said, BJ, you're joking. Let me take some picture and send back in South Africa. You see, because a mango tree like that in South Africa, I can tell you wouldn't have one on it,
Wow.
And people will get it and fence wrong and make sure that it's well, because there's a lot of people to feed. That's what she said. There are a lot of people to feed. And you just walk up the street there from here to maybe Plains or whatever. And if you want to get something to cook, you probably can get food for the whole week if you want.
Whole month? If you're really into it, you get food for the whole month.
And you don't have to buy it. You can just say, yo, give me some of that, give me some of that, give me some of that. You can get coconut, you can get breadfruit, you can get callaloo, you can get all those things for free.
Especially if you pass by my uncle, giving you everything.
For free.
Take it. No,
so,
but serious.
A lot of food. We need to look externally. We need to look outside of
But BJ, we continue to say that all the time.
And we could.
But why aren't we?
Because we don't organize. Andre, if you decentralize, if you're not doing things with one accord, it's really hard for you to be successful.
Say that again.
If you are not doing things with one accord, if you're not doing things in a centralized way, if you're decentralized, you have issues. You're always going to have problems. If you have different commands, if you have, different, directions that you're following, I'm not sure if all the road going to take you to the right destination, Andre. I'm not sure about that at all. Let me give an example. Kinko came here and they wanted to produce rum. Before even land was bought for the factory, we started planting the raw materials,
I know that.
You understand? And Andrew, you was, right there, so you can testify to that.
Yeah, I know that.
1 year after, we have to basically harvest the raw material and dump it, and give it away for free.
Yeah.
Just to synchronize the building of the factory with the production of the raw material. And in Grenada here, we have some factories that are functional. It's there already and it's being built. And some of them are efficient enough to make, good money. And we just have them like white elephant. You're thinking about the distillery, the nutmeg distillery, up in the central part of the country.
That's the one in Virtue?
Yeah, and they say it can, basically, process quite a bit of stuff, and the efficiency rate is very good. You have this juice factory down, on the eastern side of the country.
Mm-hmm.
All we need to do, Andre, is to synchronize our planting in such a way that we can, sustain our production level, so we can make those things efficient.
BJ, we do all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Here in Grenada, we do all sorts of things, but as you said, we are not synchronized.
Nope.
Things are not taking place the way they need to take place. And that is not good.
That's you have a problem once you decide to agricultural development is a science. You can go on planting things left, right, and center. And it just doesn't make no sense because you have what? $1,000 internally in the country that the consumers would spend on food. And it's only that was spinning around the people who supply the fruits and vegetables and foods. That doesn't grow. You want it to grow, Andre. You want to attract foreign exchange. You want to have export market going. You want to have niche market. You want to... The final analysis, Andre, why people work and farm and do things is to make a lot of money, to get rich. The quicker they can do it, the better, for you and your country,
You've said this to me on more than one occasion, and you continue to say this to me. And you are big time into agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
BJ, but so it tells me that the persons who are supposed to be guiding the ship, are you saying that they're not guiding the ship?
I'm saying that the people who are supposed to be the main pillars aren't standing firm. For example, marketing board, who's supposed to be one of the fundamental pillar in moving the agriculture sector forward. That's slipping. And if you are the main thing slipping, what do you expect? Some of the others are snowing,
I get the impression when I go into marketing board, not necessarily the one here, but the one in Young Street, I get the impression that they're more interested in doing candies, Thunderball and stuff like that. That's what you see.
They only buy a lot because a lot of people put them.
And I'm not saying no because of course it
people travel a lot with those,
Yeah, people travel a lot with it. That's one, and two. Farmers benefit because they'll be selling the produce to make coke. They sell the coconuts, they sell the guavas, they sell these things to make these candies.
And value, Andre, that's
so
very good.
Value's been added, very good. But I get the impression that that's all
they seems to be interested.
They seem to be interested in.
Andre, you don't feel that entity, and that's the problem. That should be felt right around the country. You don't even hear in marketing board name calling an institution like that, an entity like that. Think about it. You just don't feel those things, Andre. Green is a little place, 120 square miles. I can walk around that in one day. All right? And you're telling me that you have an entity like marketing board, all right, who doesn't even see it fit to say, hang on, something? We need to set up some juice bars all around the place and sell cheap juice. To make sure that
inexpensive. Cheap thing not good, BJ. You know that, right?
Whatever.
Yeah. Inexpensive juice,
Yeah, things like that. So a man going down the beach, or a man, reaching that way, and he can find some smoothies and stuff like that at $3 or $4 for a glass, and you can be filled with that for the rest of the day. And it don't cost money to produce those things because Andre sometimes they pick up those same stuff at the marketing board that don't sell and go and dump it.
But that's it. And all they have to do is to sell it to they don't even have to go into the whole making of that. All they have to do with the stuff, you sell the stuff to the person who's making it there. You set it up.
Yeah.
You set up the whole thing and they say, okay, fine, you got to buy the stuff from me. And you selling it to them at the price that you would have paid for it. Or maybe you put that 25 or 50 cents on it to do so and make something off for it to make back what you would have spent in relation to the equipment. And that's a goal.
You create employment. You basically feed people better. You're basically having better relationship with people. It's a win-win right through.
And people are going to see the sign because the sign is going to say marketing board. So they are going to come to marketing board. Where are they?
Andre, I don't eat no Kentucky, but every damn time I turn on the television,
yeah, man,
they showing me that thing, Right now, I don't know what I know, because I see this.
You're serious. According to Thomas Sean here says real talk. Oh, by the way, Maxine Belford says you want a male puppy. Good morning to Tamika, the Upper Capital. How you doing? Oh, so you live close to Drumsticks. All right, that's good. All right, David Cap Charles. That's a gentleman who's always listening. Pat, she's in St. Vincent, of course. She's there, BJ. She says, good morning to
Good morning,
you.
Fat. Morning,
Bernadette
morning.
Abraham, good morning to you, Bernadette Abraham. And how is Copperhead doing this morning? Trust that he's fine. Bernadette is Copperhead's wife.
Yeah, it's my darling.
Master Carl.
Yeah.
He's
my
on his
guru
way.
listening to him all the time.
Yeah, he's there. He's I guess he's down on the plantation in Bathway.
Bathway, yeah. Hardworking man.
Very hardworking.
Yeah,
I saw him yesterday and
admire he and his lady.
Yeah, he told me yesterday I went to drop off Brandon and met him right by May shop there chilling. I said, what's up, you chilling? He said, well, just killing some time because he wants to go back down to water the plants because he had a problem with the pump. And he had gotten it sorted out. So he needed to go back down to the farm in the afternoon to do some watering. And I know the effort that he puts into this. He puts a lot of effort into this thing. This is really, really good. And coming back to marketing board, we need to feel them some more.
Yeah, Andre. Not them alone.
Yeah.
A lot of other institutions.
Yeah, need to be felt.
GIDC, MAREP. We don't feel them. Development Bank. You know. Andre,
you have hold on before you go on to and you say development bank and I pause because I want to hit him. You know, you have to do so and fight tooth and nail to get development bank to advertise when it is our bank. Do you understand? It is our bank. It is here. It is a government thing. Development bank. I have had reason to call them, right? They call back and I says, okay, fine, here's what. You need to call this number based on what the discussion was about. You need to call this number, call it tomorrow between 8 and 4 and the person will be able to give you all the information in relation. Can you do that? Yes. BJ, the person has not received the call and 3 weeks has gone by.
Happens.
What's wrong with these people?
Andre, you know something? A lot of time, you turn around, we're in conversation, in the general domain, public domain. You hear people say, they turn around and they blame government for everything. I keep asking, who is really the government? You mean the leaders you're talking about?
Yeah, government is all of us.
Exactly. And in a lot of cases, Andre, we are the problem. The general populace, are the problem and not the leaders. And we turn around, we point and we say, hang on, you know something? You are the problem. You should have done that and you should have done that and you should have. Where are people, responsibility, Andre, as a citizen? What is your level of patriotism and commitment to your country? Yeah. What's really wrong with us, man, as a people? We have to wake up and realize that government cannot do everything and it's not their role to do everything. Their role sometimes is to facilitate. And then we turn wrong, the government do so. They find how much million every month, Andre? Mm-hmm. You tell me. What is the national wage bill per salary and wage bill per month?
It's about 20-something.
20-something million?
Yeah.
100 in a little country, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if I put in that into the economy every month, every 30 days, I expect to get production and reward for it. And some old people sit down inside there and figure they can, play around with the system and don't do anything and don't produce and, try to bring down government and bag of foolishness. Where are we going with that as a people? We're not going anywhere.
I saw something posted by Francis Robertson.
Francis, my boy from...
Yeah.
Okay.
Francis Robertson. I saw something posted, I think it was by him, yesterday, I think it was. Right. And Francis said, let me read a bit of it for you, PJ. I happened to be in Sateers yesterday. And I read that yesterday, so it means that he was in Sateers on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Yesterday was Wednesday. Okay. I happened to be in Sateers yesterday to attend a funeral, and so was able to see part of the crowd who were there for the carnival activity. Open and close quotation marks with carnival activity. The following are my takeaways. He said, first, there is a thin line between defiance and ignorance.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
There's a thin line between defiance and ignorance.
Ignorance.
2, personal responsibility is a continuum and not a point.
Yes.
And it goes on to say the third one, but I'm not able to read the third one clearly, but I can read part of it for you because it's not showing up there. And it says, our national productivity would be so much better if we, and I'm going to suggest, if we put the effort that we put into those 2 days, if we put that effort, BJ, in 1 working day per week, our national productivity will skyrocket. Do you agree?
Andre, you know something? Francis and I went to school together.
Okay.
Francis is always a philosopher in my view. He's
Okay.
always a thinker, brilliant chap. Andre, we as a people, and I probably said this on the radio station many times, if I was to click out from this life here, and I was to have one regret, or I was to miss one thing, is that we haven't turned that corner, Andre, yet. We haven't turned that corner, all right? Where Andre, aren't you find that sometimes people use events and opportunities and stuff like that to bring out or to protest or to show what it is they really want to tell you, and they look for the opportunity to basically show you?
That happens, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Andre, any normal-minded person would know is risky business now. All right? Being in crowd and jumping up carnival and stuff like that, simple like that, period. Any normal-minded person would, tell you that a risky business, given the kind of variant that we have now, roaming the world, and this could change any time and even make it worse. All right? And the leader of the country would come out and tell you, hang on, guys, you can do your little thing and be careful and whatever. So what happened if people couldn't stay in the little, village and do them little thing if they really want to jump up and stuff like that? Do we have to make it a national thing and come and, block a town or hold up traffic, and you want to do it and you don't care about other people? Andrea was going to a meeting in St. George's on Monday morning, and I left home early, about 80 or whatever. And foolish me going, and when I reached in Grenville, it was 10. They had some job in front of me.
You can't go through.
I have a ton of come.
You should have gone through.
That's what everybody says. Well, I just keep going slow and slow. When somebody divert me to the airport, and I was able to pass and come on the Progress Park side down there. The point I'm making, Andre, is that sometimes, yes, people may want to have their fun and frolic, and the PM say we are social beings, and sometimes the lockdown create that level of stress that you want to come out and vent a little frustration and a little thing. But Andre, we need to be responsible. There is a way how to do things.
Yeah. You can play your job,
Why you play like a thing, man?
You can play your job. You play your job and you keep on one side of the road.
Make sure that the traffic runs free.
Let the traffic flow.
It's a thing. Or if you decide, well, boy, we need to decentralize as much as possible. So instead of with everybody coming together one place, in like a village, can be.
Do you know, BJ? It didn't happen, yeah. And it's a good thing you brought it up, and I didn't bring it up, but it didn't happen. But do you know that somebody could have died if that. Getting caught in that roadblock, that traffic jam, somebody could have died.
It's quite possible. You can. So if somebody was in a vehicle, no way out, they would have spent a good 2 hours in the traffic.
And if you were trying to blow your horn to get through, then you will agitate the crowd, and somebody might do something, peel something, and mash up everyone's skin. Do you understand?
No, the point I'm making, Andre,
Man,
and
crazy.
we don't want to, divert or switch from the agriculture program.
No.
But people should, understand that, we have a country to build. We have. It's not about ourselves all the time. This is a selfish way to believe in. If you're thinking about yourself all the time, you have to think about your country and the people around you.
What we need to do and what we need to understand, BJ, is that while we can put all these efforts into the need to play mass, the need to frolic, the need to have fun, if we can put all those energies into that, then all I believe the nation would ask of you is that you use 50% of those energies when you go on the job. And I am telling you, our productivity in this country will skyrocket. And that goes for all countries throughout the Caribbean. I'm speaking Caribbean here. Mm-hmm. If we were to put the effort and the energies that the Trinidadians put in mass, if they were to put those efforts in regular days in the country, no other nation close could handle Trinidad. Mm-hmm. When we're having fun and we're frolicking, the meter goes way up. It's in the red. Mm-hmm. When we're working, it barely could move. But we still want that job. We still want agriculture. If it's agriculture we're doing, we're not putting the efforts that we need to put into the agriculture, but we still want agriculture to give us those monies so that we can still go out and have fun and literally kill ourselves having fun. This is how strange we are. Mm-hmm. As one person said to me one time, BJ, he say, Andre, I see everything coming back. You see all things from long ago coming back. Yeah, bell bottoms go come back just now, you say, Andre. I says, well, that's cool, you say, but Andre, I waiting until good morals start to come back. But I believe I will have a long wait for that one. Because the society has lost good morals. And not just our society here in Grenada, but, and I'm speaking Caribbean. In the Caribbean, we've lost it.
Worldwide, Andre.
Well, I speak in Caribbean because the world, let the rest of the world do their thing. I have a responsibility to speak Caribbean because I am a Caribbean son. Mm-hmm. So I have a responsibility to us, first and foremost. Mm-hmm. In the Caribbean, we've definitely lost good morals. And if we don't do so and pick up anytime soon, you are going to be affected. Don't worry about me now. I really have, but BJ, how much more years you have? About a 20, 30? On this earth?
This earth? I feel like 30 days.
Oh my God. But we're just saying this to say to you, you may listen to us now, never hear us again. There's that possibility. But if you take what we say now, then you will reap the benefits down the road. But you're not bothering in anything,
We as a people, we need to basically understand that we have a responsibility. Yes, and we have to be tolerant, and people make mistakes, and we fall here and there. But we as a people need to put our hands around each other and realize there are certain tasks that we need to get involved and engage in. We need to do it collectively in order for it to be successful. And we need to forget the politics out of it and, realize that the country bigger than people and bigger than political party and bigger than me and bigger than you, That's a piece of rock here. And we need to ensure that we protect and take care of it in a formidable way, and don't let people and politics and other things divide us and have issues, and unnecessarily you can't see that is hindrance to production. This is reactionary. Some of the things that we get involved in and get engaged in And the time we are living in is different, we're living in a new dispensation and the world has changed. And why aren't we recognizing that we're having some drastic changes in the world that warrant, that we live our life differently? How hard it is for us to understand that we need to make those alterations and those changes in order to cope and survive and ride the tidal wave that is ruling worldwide. So by the time this passes us, we don't have much victim. We cannot, we don't have much, fallen soldiers. You don't see how much that fall in other countries.
And continue to fall. We have a caller. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
I hope I won't put you in trouble. But it's nice hearing both of you. I would have hoped that we don't just talk about a problem, but look at the root to the problem. We have failed to educate and train our young people about life, what is expected of them. I am told that children going to school now can go anytime. If they come late, they are not punished. If they do wrong things, we gloss over it. It happens in the home, it's happening in the school, but we bashing the people. We need to look at the root problem.
Can you move out of the wind, please? Because the wind is getting into your phone while you're speaking.
Unfortunately, where I live is windy. All right, I'll go in my bedroom and talk to you.
That would be very nice.
You don't want me to enjoy my home. So, gentlemen,
go ahead.
I believe in a discussion like that, I hope you guys will look at the root problem. It is getting worse day by day. So what you see on the street and the defiance we are seeing, it happened way back. The worst, the turning point in Grenada was the revolution. When teenagers had guns, teachers were unable to speak to them, parents were unable to speak to them, and from there was a turning point with the discipline in this country. And probably the world. Teachers cannot scold children anymore. If you flog them, you're brutalizing them. So what the end results we see is what we as leaders have promoted. And I'm still asking, there is time for us to turn this country around. And let us get firm with our children, educate them, train them so that they can grow with discipline and they can produce. I mean, you guys talking about production, but there is no production in Grenada. Majority of our people, and I believe in government duties, is the biggest waste you can find in terms of low productivity. So, let us see how we can address the root problem.
All right. So may I make a suggestion? May I make a suggestion to you, sir? Or may I say something to you based on what you've just said?
Sure.
And I do agree with you that the greatest wastage one might find in this country has to do with government. So, and in order to fix that problem, because the politicians can bring in new managers, i.e. new PSs and whatever, and that is definitely not going to fix the problem. You can have all sorts of motivational courses throughout the different ministries, and that will not fix the problem. What will fix the problem is constitutional reform and removing of the Public Service Commission. When we remove that, and you have now the PSAs saying that if you do not perform, and fairly we look and we have appraisals, and if you do not perform, and you're not on your job, and you don't do the things you're supposed to do, then the PS or the manager for that ministry can send you home. When that is done, that is where we're starting to deal with the problem from where you say? From the source. Because that is the source of the problem within the ministries. If we want to fix, that is where we start. So then the nation as a whole has to say to government, give us constitutional reform, let us be able to change that. That white elephant that is killing us, that the white man set up to kill us, we need to get rid of it. That's the first thing we need to do. When we do that, then we can do anything else.
But Andre, you know that's my position long time.
I don't know.
I've said it that we need to write a new constitution. I mean, Dr. Mitchell had the best opportunity, 15 and 15, to put in place a Grenada's constitution by the people of Grenada.
But he tried.
No, what he tried was trivial.
No. He has to put it. You can't just go in and just say, okay, I'm changing the constitution tomorrow. He has to put it to the vote. And if he puts it to the vote, and the residents, the same residents who gave him 15, these are the same residents who said no. We do not want constitutional reform.
You vote 15 people in the parliament. These 15 people run the country, and they could change it. You
can't change it like that, Kenny.
You can't change it.
You cannot. So then you're worse than the revolution then.
They hand down a constitution to you by the Lords of England. People you say have taken advantage of you, and you continue to run under them as little children.
But you cannot change.
Argument say you can't do it. There's nothing that is right or wrong there. You can do it if you want to do it. In any case, I don't want to go behind that. You're talking about the public service, and I agree with you. You still haven't addressed the problem in the homes and in the schools. And to me, that is where we need to start. Now, the other area of low productivity, Andre, is government statutory bodies. You appoint a manager. Let's take gravel and concrete.
Now take marketing board.
You can take marketing board. They have failed the people. But the same manager is there all the time. The same board of directors are there all the time. Even if there is a loss. Concrete and gravel, all of them. You appointing a manager, you should give the man 3 years, man or woman, that you must show me a profit. Failing to do so, you have to vacate your position. But you, as government, is propping up people to be unproductive and create losses. And the losses are financed by taxpayers. All of the statutory bodies are failing.
So then, and Kenny, it brings the question to the fore. Is it the time now to say, let us get rid of the statutory bodies and let us privatize these things?
You can go that route, but all I'm saying now...
But even if you change, Kenny, you see, I'm saying this because, bro, even if you change the board of directors, you will still have the same problem. Because that problem has been existing from time immemorial. So what has to happen is that we as a people have to do so and stand up and say, okay, fine. It is time to privatize gravel and concrete. It is time to privatize the Marketing and National Importing Board, because these people who are given the opportunity to manage these things. I mean, Kenny, you know, because you've been in cabinet and more than one cabinet, you know that some of these people do not even go to board meetings. You know that.
I agree with you fully. So let us start the discussion about privatizing, and we don't have to privatize fully. I think we can sell 50% to the Grenadian public and get the Grenadian public who have invested in those statutory bodies to be part of management. But I'm saying in the meantime, government need to stop turning a blind eye to the losses. And then you didn't get the point I made. Every manager, you give him 3 years. If you have a deficit of 1 million, every year you must reduce it. This is the mandate. During that time, you start the dialogue in terms of selling 50% of the entities to the Grenadian citizens.
And I say to you, Mr. Lal Singh, giving the manager 3 years or giving him 10 years and giving him a year or whatever, and that he has to show that he's making a profit, that is wrong. That should not be. Because, and I'll tell you why. When you give the manager, you put a new manager in marketing and national important board, and you give he or she 3 years, 5 years, 10 years to show you that they're making profit, but you have them working with the same board, Mr. Lal Singh. You have to take that out. You cannot put a new manager in and give that new manager the same board to operate with. Because that board, hold on, that board would have failed.
Mandate, you know.
What's that?
The board appoint the manager.
No,
You are giving the board, look, you as board members, if you are capable, you need to appoint a manager.
No, you just move the goalpost.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you just moved the goalpost because you said the manager. You never did you mention board. That's something you moved the goalpost.
Okay, no, I'm explaining it for that.
Okay.
How it works. The government appoints a board, right? The board then appoints a manager.
On the behest of the government. The government will say, okay, fine, I want Kenny Lal Singh to be the manager, and then the board just rubber stamps it. That's what happens.
Right. Regardless. But it means that the government policy must be that you must run it profitably. Bottom line. And if the government take that position, then it will work. I see people buying, years ago, buying sand and gravel from gravel and concrete. They make headway in life, and gravel and concrete remain where they are. We need to change that around. So I'm supporting what you say.
Yeah, and I'm just telling you, and I have to tell you that you failed us because you were there.
I was where?
In government.
Yes, I was in government.
So you failed us?
For 2 years.
No. How long, from ever since you got into politics, how long?
In the last 10 years. I'm talking in the last
No, we can't just limit it to 10 years. We have to look.
I was never prime minister.
No, but you were in government.
And prime ministers, in cabinet, let me educate you. In cabinet, it takes a majority to make a decision. All number of times.
In any club, it takes a majority to make a decision.
And in government, some prime ministers make the decision and others follow foolishly.
Not necessarily foolishly. Because what you're saying... What you're saying here is that... What you're doing in essence is that you're criticizing the leader here, or the prime minister. That's what you're doing. You're criticizing them because you say, oh, they're making a decision and people following foolishly. That's not... But the thing...
So you never hear me say
no, but I'm saying to you that if you're saying that people follow foolishly, then you are guilty of that too because you follow them.
That's why I'm not there.
That's not why you're not there. It could be. Let's not go into that.
That's why they kicked me out.
I wouldn't even go there.
That's why they kicked me out.
I wouldn't go there. I ain't go. You say what you want to say. I will listen.
They kicked me out because
I wasn't there when they kicked you out.
I was a bad boy.
I wasn't there when you all started your football match. I'm not the referee.
You were there before me.
I was there before you. Kenny Lal Singh, have a wonderful day. Thanks for your call.
You're welcome.
Okay, great. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WORLD. Good morning to you, Kenrick. Thanks for checking in. Carol Ann, I see you there. Nice profile pic, girl. I see that. That looks good. And who else is there? What about our live stream? Let me just check on it. Okay, we got good numbers there. Looking good, looking promising. BJ.
Yes, Andrew Donald.
Based on the last statement made by the last caller, Kenny Lal Singh. Let's take this other caller. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andre, and to Mr. BJ.
Morning, boss.
Right. I listened. Unfortunately, I didn't listen from the beginning to Mr. Lal Singh, but I listened partway. While I consider Mr. Lal Singh to be a successful businessman throughout Grenada, Mr. Nelson first have to remember that he was part and parcel of all what he's condemning now. Under the Blaze government, under the NDC government, under the Braffit government. He served under the Kit Mitchell government. He was part and parcel. He was minister of, let me get the correct name. Implementation. That means he was responsible to see things being implemented. Projects that were sleeping, he was put to oversee them and to see that those projects get up. So today, the things that Mr. Lal Singh is saying doesn't sound well. Because he was the minister of implementation. And I just heard him say he was kicked out. When he left, I could remember Mr. Lal Singh saying that he's not in government again, but he continued to support the government. I am certain that I heard him say that.
Yeah, but he didn't say now that he doesn't support it. He didn't say that now, right?
I didn't say that he said that.
Okay.
But I'm saying, if he still support them, based on what you read a few weeks ago, and based on the things that he said, they don't match up.
Well, it doesn't mean that he doesn't support. It could be things that he doesn't like.
I'm saying it still, and I'm continuing to say what I'm saying. Based on the things that you read a few time ago, and based on the things that he's saying now, it does not match up. And I have no problem with Mr. Lal Singh or anybody criticizing the government or NMP when they feel that they're wrong. Because when the government is wrong or they do things that is not right, they have to be told that they're not right. And so I stand firm on that. If the government do something that you think should not be done as it's done, you have the right to speak out on it. But I'm saying you were part and parcel of it, and you're serving every one of them, and you left every one of them, and you said that you continue to support. And so that is what I'm saying. So he might be right in a lot of things he's saying, but show me what did you do to get them differ, based on the position that you held.
That's it?
That's it.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. What are you smiling? People can see you smiling there, BJ.
Yeah,
They
so
can
I'm
see you
smiling because I'm listening to people and why shouldn't I smile?
Yeah, I'm having a laugh myself, I'm having a laugh myself,
And the point is that sometimes we do so and we point fingers and put the blame on everybody for things that needs to be done and ought to be done. However, we need to look sometimes introspectively at ourselves and see what we couldn't do to get what needs to be done. Too many times we point fingers and look outside, and sometimes we are the problem.
Real talk, BJ, we know that there are some things that has to be changed.
Yes.
That's real talk.
Of course.
All right. And we continue to blab here. We continue to blab on the sidewalk, on the blocks. We continue blabbing on our phones. We continue to make remarks on WhatsApp and all other forms of social media. But where we're supposed to start, which is where I told Kenny we have supposed to start. If we're going to have any change in this country in relation to productivity, which is our biggest problem.
Yeah, we're not producing enough.
We have to start with the public service. You cannot have an organization who sits there, and mind you, that organization is appointed by government most of the time, correct?
Paid by the people.
Paid by the people. And they're there, and you have a driver. You have a driver within the ministry, and the PS. You're talking about the manager, The manager cannot discipline that driver? That ain't making no sense,
Andre,
BJ.
How hard it is, huh? That you have a unit that you are being placed in charge of. That unit, the CEO, the commanding officer of that unit, you see him all over the place. You know him, you see him every day. in the same place with you every single day. All right? You are in the same department working with that person. Well structured because you have how they call them? Chief Technical Officer. You
CEO and all kind of things.
You have permanent secretary. Yeah. You have this, you have that. Well structured. And the government do so now and spend whole heap of money and put everybody in the same building, or at least very close by. So it's not hard to interrelate and interwork. You understand? With each other. You're telling me that those people who sit inside of there and saying, this one is the problem and that one is the problem and this one is the problem, and the whole lot of them is the problem. And how comes you go in that atmosphere every single day and walk, all right? When you're having so much issue with that person and this person, you expect to get productivity?
Yeah. Imagine this.
The problem is not that person. The problem is you.
I want to draw another parallel. Check this out. The manager for MNIB, right? Mm-hmm. That manager is responsible to the board, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Who, in essence, meaning the board, is responsible to the PS in the Ministry of Finance, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good. The manager in MNIB could fire the driver, but the PS
will have to sanction it.
The PS in finance can't tell the cleaner nothing in finance.
Because why?
Public Service Commission, you have to go to talk to
based on how it's structured.
Based on how it's structured.
So those things need to change.
Yes, so the PS, who is responsible for MNIB, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The manager in MNIB can fire his driver, or the driver in MNIB, he can discipline him, fine, for whatever. But the PS, the cleaner in his ministry, he can't discipline the cleaner. He had to take up before the Public Service Commission.
There is something.
That makes no sense.
There is something they call change, that require energy. It require commitment. It require impetus in order for it to basically happen. And look at it. We are so used to having our carnival on Monday and Tuesday, like we had last Monday and Tuesday. And Andre, do you see how hard it is for people to change? For us to don't do it? Yeah. Even they say, it's a bad thing to be doing that risky business. You see how hard it is? You see how difficult it is for people to change? And you realize that some people say, I don't take part, but I go in and see?
Yeah. DJ.
Andre, you see, change requires energy. And a lot of times, the reason that we are stuck in our own old ways is because we are reluctant to change. And changes are necessary for development. It is, Andre. You can't stuck one way and expect to be developed. You have to change. You have to keep gaining grounds in order for it to develop. You have to grow mentally. You have to be able to control yourself. You have to educate your public and your children in a different way, at a different level. You have to ensure that people understand that, patriotism is not just a word, but it's a way of life. And we need to live that way every day in order for your country to be prosperous and productive. And see what happening, man? Some little political party, left, right, and center, jumping up. Some of them don't have no foundation, nothing. All the man do is rise up for power and for money and for greed. And then and then the poor people now who are not so educated and unable to, reason on their own. They try to use them for their own political purpose and destroy the country and the brother man and the brethren just for money and power. What's wrong with you, man? Where we gonna go with those things in them? How long it gonna take us to develop if we continue that way? We'll be forever, Andre, fighting against each other. For what reason? We alone that know.
Just let me let folks know that at 11 o'clock this morning, we should be going over it. I think it's Sabina Park. It is in Jamaica. I'm believing it's being played in Sabina Park. I hope. I don't know. There's another place where they do play cricket. I don't remember the name of it, but I hope that
somewhere
it is.
in Montego Bay or somewhere down the side.
Yeah, right.
Whatever. It's 1 hour behind.
Yeah, so at 11 o'clock so we should be joining the commentators around about 10 minutes before 11 o'clock thereabouts. So you can listen for that. All the cricket fans. Now, cricket is a time when I have to work the hardest, BJ.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I woke up until 11 today. And Dougal will take the cricket from 11 until they finish this afternoon. But here's where the challenging bit is. Now, tomorrow, that's my responsibility for the entire day, from 11 until cricket finishes.
Okay.
Sunday, same thing.
It happens.
That is why I don't like weekends. I don't like weekends.
Well, not just that. Sort of Andre. Sometimes I'm looking at the cricket on the telly, and I have to move from, say, my home to go up on the farm, and I would just tune on the radio station, and I'm not missing anything. So I think you are doing a very good job by bringing the cricket live. I don't know, since the intervention of every TV all around the place, your people don't bother with radio commentary again, but it's really nice. Sometimes if you listen to the radio commentary and you switch up the volume on the TV, it can be really nice.
Let me tell you something, man. Then you need to do some, and we need to come to you for some financial support to carry more cricket. This series is all but over. The next series, BJ, you better plan. Start putting aside some money. The next series that your company will be affiliated with would be either the 2020 World Cup. That'll be nice. That'll be exciting. That'll be good. Or there is the English tour, which comes up next year. I think it's next January. So we're looking forward to do that. No other station does cricket at this time like us.
Okay. I'm in the process of establishing a foundation, Andre.
You do? You should.
So the frequency at which people ask me for money.
I'm not asking you. You spending money.
No, I'm just telling you.
No, I'm not asking you for money. I'm just letting you know I'm not asking you.
You won't be able to see me. I'm gonna melt. So I have a foundation now, so I can refer them to the foundation. And if the foundation decides we're sponsoring cricket, or money goes towards cricket.
A foundation can't sponsor cricket.
Why not?
No.
Why not? Sports, Andre. Something for the general public.
You can sponsor sports, not cricket. I want the foundation to sponsor cricket. You trying to switch me off?
No, I'm not trying to switch you up.
Push me in the background.
I'm making sure you go to the right channel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that when you go in the ministry, no, that is you put you to the right channel.
That is what.
And I've spent 1 week to get a little thing that
that's what I'm saying. That's why I want no foundation to do this. Are you crazy? But nonetheless, it's 7 minutes before 9 o'clock. Yeah.
And before we close the program, the ministry have a lot of great personnel. All the ministries in Grenada, we have some of the best, the most brilliant, probably public servants, probably in the Windward Islands. I have no doubt about that. Andre, and some of them work really hard. You have some again, well, you find that all about. And sometimes when we don't stop and say, put your hands around those people and say, hang on, you people are making, sacrifices that are, deemed very, very important for the development of a country. Andre, I of the opinion that sometimes you turn around and blame a group of people for a lot of cases. You don't put a structure in place to get the job done, so you won't be able to get it done. It's the same way with the agriculture system. We can talk from now till next year and say we want the agriculture sector to move forward and we want this and we want that. That's easy to say. If we don't put the systems and the structures in place to get it done, it's not going to happen. End of story.
I hear you. And I just want to end on the note I'm going to end on this morning, BJ, has to do with COVID. Because I think every opportunity one gets, one needs to speak to COVID. To the farmers of the nation, I urge you to be extra careful. As I said to you, the vaccine remains, and I believe will remain, your choice.
Yep.
It will remain your choice. The vaccine has nothing at all, not has nothing at all, the government, or at least a government led by Keith Mitchell, I don't believe will ever make vaccine mandatory. I believe that there are going to be different things that you may or may not be able to do if you are not vaccinated. But the vaccine will never be mandatory, not under a Keith Mitchell administration. He wouldn't do that. That will be left up to you. But in an effort to protect others, the banks may say, if you are not vaccinated, then we encourage you to get a bank card and use the services outside of the bank. When I say outside of the main thing. So in order for you to conduct business with the bank, interview with the manager, go and sit down and talk a loan talk, they may say you have to be vaccinated to come into the bank. They will provide the services of withdrawing and depositing of monies. That could be done outside, meaning at the ATM. You can do all of that right there. So you don't necessarily have to go into the bank to do that. Be advised, this could happen. Your credit unions may employ the same thing. All right? You may find that the trucks that go into the same gravel and concrete we are talking about, BJ, the trucks that go in there to collect aggregate for different projects, gravel and concrete may say that the truck driver has to show a vaccination card on entering the compound of gravel and concrete. So many different things will come, but the government will never say that, hey, you have to take the vaccine.
Well, Andre, think about it like that. We have a lot of people in the world, not just Grenada, who are very, very delusional. They don't reason with facts. They don't reason with statistics. They don't reason based on reality. They reason based on how they perceive things and based on what they hear. All right? The fact of the matter is, all right, the people who are getting sick with COVID now, all right, are people who aren't vaccinated. The vaccinated people, I think they say 99 point what, something, seems to be safe. It's just the point something that are, you have.
It happens.
It happens. You understand? Andre, this doesn't speak volume to you. That hang on, the people who are vaccinated seems to be protected. And if you're getting 99.9 or 99.5%, all right, protection from doing something, aren't you going to do it? Something that takes life and kill people on a daily basis, and can basically affect your economy, your national economy, can cause problem. Look at when they had this chikungunya business, man. Everybody in my village just, in 2 or 3 days, it come like some disaster pass, and everybody seems to in bed. Andre, this is worse than that, this is not bed, this is hospitalization. And death. So what it is we are trying to defend and pretend that we don't know what it is outside there. So because we don't see a few people drop down dead in the country, it means that it's not happening. And you look up on the television, that's the reality happening every day. It's just to reach home yet. We need to protect ourselves. We need to get real. We need to understand what it is happening outside there. I don't think the government has the should go and tell people, you have to vaccine and make it mandatory. However, it should be based on people reasoning power, all right? That basically would influence them to say, you know something, I should vaccinate not just for myself, but for my country, my household, and the people around me. What is you want more than that?
I just want to let a final word to the entertainers in this country. As of August the 10th, Prime Minister Andrew Holness of Jamaica, our second country, BJ, has taken decision. He and his cabinet would have taken decision in that no permits for entertainment events over the next 3 weeks. No permits for entertainment events over the next 3 weeks. Just keeping you abreast as to what happens in other countries so that you don't think that we are the only ones in Grenada trying to do something or doing something. God bless you. Take care. Goodbye.
Triple M. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the